We're gonna get started just sitting on our shins or in a cross-legged seat, whatever feels best in your body, comfortable seat. And you're welcome to sit on a prop if you would like to elevate the hips a little more. And a block long ways between the thighs under the sits bones is a nice option, or just turning it sideways. And with your cross-legged seat, you can take that and still get the elevation of the hips, lengthening the spine. And this helps to open your hips when you have a little bit of elevation here. It could be a pillow, a blanket, whatever feels nice under your body, or no prop at all. And sitting however you've chosen, and begin to notice any sensation that stands out to you. Noticing right away if you're leaning forward or back, left or right, and gently draw yourself to center. Little micro adjustments here. Let yourself settle to stillness. There may be a subtle sway. And gently draw the base of the skull back. Feel the heart lift, roll the shoulders back. Energetically send the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Feel the sits bones rooting down. Noticing your breath. Just breathing naturally today, not forcing any type of breath. Noticing if you're breathing through nose and mouth, or only mouth. However feels best to you. Inhale, send the palms up overhead, reach up. And then exhale, hands at heart center. I invite you to set an intention for today's practice. If nothing comes to mind immediately, I offer the intention of simply having fun today, having a little playfulness, letting go of force and expectation, just have fun with it. Add on any thoughts you'd like. And wrapping up our thoughts, inhale, send palms up overhead, reach up. Then exhale, gentle twist to the right, flutter the eyelids open or keep them closed if you prefer. Left palm to right thigh, right fingertips tip behind you, little twist through the core, option to gaze over back shoulder. Energetically lifting, finding length on your inhale. Exhaling, twist a little deeper. Your twist will follow your gaze, so gaze over that back shoulder as far as you can. Inhale, send hands up in the air, twist back to center, reach up, find length. Exhale, twist over to the left, right palm finds left thigh, left fingertips tent up behind you. Keep that tall spine. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist and gaze over the back shoulder as far as feels good. Inhale, send arms up, twist back to center, and exhale, let palms land over the thighs. We'll take a few circles here, moving clockwise. Anchor the hips down. You can relax your chin into your chest, let the head hang heavy, waking up the lumbar spine. And change directions. You get a little bit of core action here as well. You can also feel shoulder dips, a little bit of strength, but nice, easy circles. Coming to stillness, upright. We'll take a side bend to the right. Send your left arm up overhead. Arc over to the right. Anchor the left hip down. You can have tented fingers of the right palm, or maybe right palm comes to left thigh. Forearm can relax over your head. Leaning until you can't anymore. Inhale, come up, switching sides, left arm drops, right arm overhead. Anchor the right hip down. You can use the support of your hand to control the depth of this side bend. Bending at the elbow if you need. And slowly come upright. Walk your hands forward, come off your prop if you're on top of a prop. Walking hands forward, And take a child's pose, knees together, hips over the heels, feel the belly on the thighs. Spread your fingers wide, let your forehead melt down to the ground. A blanket under the knees is a nice option if there's any knee pain. Or on top of the calves, under the thighs, that will help reduce flexion of the knees and raise the hips a bit. And feel the compression of the belly into the thighs, just breathing naturally here, softening. Deepening our side stretches, slowly crawl your head and your hands to the right, anchoring the left hip down. And feel with gravity when you're low to the ground, difference in sensation with that different orientation of gravity. And you might crawl your head and your hands over off to the side of the mat very, very far. Relax your neck. You might continue crawling on your exhales, inhaling for length, and exhale, arcing that upper body, side body a little deeper. Just breathing here. Slowly make your way back to center. Reach long. Exhaling, arc over to the left side, staying low, head and belly stay low. Right hip anchors, don't let it follow with you. And crawling, crawling, crawling down your mat until you find your edge. Relax your neck. Maybe you inhale, send the hands a little further, reach, and then exhale, either stay or crawl even further, surprising yourself how much movement you can find here. And slowly make your way back to center. Roll forward into a tabletop, hands and knees. Blanket under the knees or folding your mat in half if you would like a little extra cushion here. Spread your fingers wide, 2 fists between the knees for hip width distance, shoulders over your wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, drop the belly gaze up for cow. Then exhale, cat, round your spine, press the ground away from you, chin into the chest. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, cat, press the ground away. Continue like this or make it your own, spinning the fingertips towards your knees, maybe one hand at a time. Option to find a different motion in the spine, maybe making some circles, sinking hips over heels. Let it be funky. Not worrying about what it looks like, really just feeling it out here. If you have any wrist pain, come up onto fists. This is a nice option at any time we're on our hands. And you're welcome to flip the palms to the sky, massaging the top of the hands, get out any knots. Really nice for anyone that types a lot or is on their phone a lot. And gently, bring both palms down, fingers face the top of your mat. Inhale, send your right knee towards your right elbow, and then send it out to the side. We're gonna make some circles with the knees. Waking up those glutes, waking up those hips, just some gentle circles here. Notice if the wrists feel pain, you can come on the fists. Change the direction of your circles. Doesn't matter which direction they started. Ooh, try to keep hips level. If you find yourself leaning way far over to the left, draw the navel up and in, little bit of strength, little bit of balance. And then gently lower that right knee down, switching sides, lift the left knee towards left elbow, send the left knee out to the side, slowly make some circles. You choose the direction. Waking up the hip, waking up the glute. This can be a bit fiery, so slow it down or make smaller circles as you need. And then gently switch direction. Notice if you're leaning the weight far into the right, center your weight, a little shift. Draw the navel up and in. And then gently lower the knee. Send the right leg out to the side. So a little kickstand here. Toes point to the top of your mat, but foot is off of the mat. Inhale, send the right hand high. And then exhale, lower the right palm. Tent upon your fingers and press yourself up. Bring your arms out to the side. Inhale, press palms up to the sky. And then exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up, find length. Then exhale, tip the left palm down to the left side. Float the right leg. A little bit of balance. And then exhale, lower the right leg, come back up. Inhale, press palms up overhead. Then exhale, lower the right and then the left palm. Guide right knee back to meet the left. Even out your tabletop. Inhale, send the left leg out to the side. So you're kicking your legs straight out. I'm going to pivot my body so you can see a little better. Left leg straight out. Lower the left foot down. Inhale, come up, reach palms up overhead. Seal that left foot down to the ground. Exhale, cactus the arms with the heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, leaning slowly to the right. Palm comes down, left foot raises. Look up, flex your foot as if you're kicking a wall. And slowly lower the left foot down, press yourself up. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, we're gonna pivot. So palms come down, send the left knee back by the right. Take a quick child's pose, hips over the heels. This time spread the knees wide, big toes touch. Crown of the head reaches forward. And breathe here. Feel the hips opening, belly dropping. Nice little release after some heat building and movement. And slowly inhaling, roll forward, coming back into your tabletop. Draw knees together, knees still hip width apart here. And tuck your toes, hover the knees, press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bend into one knee and the other. Spread your fingers really wide, micro bend in the elbows, press your hips up, back, let the belly graze over the thighs, bend in the knees as much as you need here. Let the heels melt to the ground. Inhaling, send heels high. Then exhale, drop your heels to the right. Keep shoulders level. Inhale, heels to center. Then exhale, heels to the left. Inhale, heels center. Then exhale, deep bend in the knees, belly over the thighs, look forward. Slowly straighten the legs, then relax your neck, let the heels melt down. Inhaling, look forward, tippy toe to the top of your mat, taking in as many tiny steps as it takes to get behind the wrists, pressing so hard that you might lift off the ground. And once the feet arrive behind the wrists, step wide, ragdoll pose, belly melts over the thighs, relax your neck, hands find opposite elbows. Take a gentle sway here. And if you still find there's some tension in the neck, interlace fingers behind your head, find a yes motion. Yeah. Then lower the head down. Inhale, straighten the legs, hands to shins or thighs, or maybe a couch or chair if you have one nearby, rising with a flat back. Then exhale, fold. Slide your palms underneath your calves, underneath your heels. So forearms behind the calves. And here your feet are still hip width apart. This will help with a nice grip to straighten the legs. And keeping a deep bend in the knees, slowly tip the weight forward into the balls of the feet. Begin to straighten the legs. Keep your forearms behind your calves. Raise the hips. Crown of the head reaching towards the top of your feet. Tip your weight forward. Slowly straighten the legs. Maybe you can walk your knees out here if you like. And then pull your heart, your head down. So your chest is into your thighs. Your forehead might come below the knees. Nice low back and hamstring release here, head heavy. Really great for the brain as well with the blood flowing downwards. Remember when you're a kid and they tell you to hang upside down so you do better on a test? And gently release one palm and then the other. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs. Then exhale, fold. Notice the weight in the feet. Shift the weight to all sides of the feet. Root to rise to Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders back, palms forward. Draw the hips forward, neutral pelvis. Micro bend in the knees. Inhale, press palms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, cactus the arms, draw elbows down, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up. Grab left wrist with the right palm, pull up out of the waist, arc over to the right. 2 hips in one line here. Press your hips to the left, keep reaching to the right. Inhale, come up to center, reach up, switch the grip, left palm to your right wrist, pull up out of the waist, arc over to the left, push your hips to the left. Keep arcing over to the, or hips to the right, arc over to the left. Inhale, come to center. And exhale, swan dive forward, hinge at the hips, fold forward with a flat back. And sink your hips down for a tiny ball. Rock your weight into the balls of the feet. Wrap forearms around the shins, little balance and foot strength here. And maybe you reach the palms forward. Gently lower the palms, and lower one heel and then the other. Plant your left palm under your face, straighten the right leg, bend into left knee. Inhale, right arm lifts. Right arm to the sky, maybe palm comes to the low back. If so, draw your shoulder back, heart forward. And breathe. Your hand can always come to a block on the ground as well. You can keep a bend in both knees, straightening that right leg as much as feels good to you. Waking up that IT band. Inhale, send right hand high. Exhale, slowly lower that right palm, switching sides, bend into the right knee, straighten left leg as much as you can. And again, hand can always come to block. Inhale, send the left hand higher, reach up. Maybe palm comes to low back, and if so, roll your shoulder back, heart forward. And adding on or taking a prop away as you need. And slowly, slowly lower that right palm down to the ground. So reaching up, slow movement forward, lowering the left palm to meet the right. Bend into the left leg and then the right leg a few times, exaggerating your movement here. Relax your head. And slowly bend into the knees, sink the hips down, wrap your forearms around your shins. You can roll the weight forward into the balls of the feet for that tiny ball. A little bit of balance and ankle strength. And then plant palms, straighten the legs. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs. And exhale, fold. Root to rise, rise to standing Tadasana. Roll up one vertebrae at a time, hands forward. Strong foundation here. Notice if you're swaying side to side. Root through all sides of the feet. Inhale, press palms up overhead, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up. Right palm to left wrist, pull up out of the waist, arc over to the right. Option to step left leg behind the right and then bend into both knees. Your left foot might come off your mat. Inhale, straighten the legs and step back to center. Switch the grip, reach up. Left palm to right wrist, arc over to the left. Option to step right leg behind the left and bend into both knees, still arcing to the left. Inhale, straighten the legs. Stepping back to center. And exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs or a chair. And exhale, fold. Planting palms firmly in the ground. Step the right leg back, lower the right knee. Folding your mat in half under the knee is a nice option here. Tucking toes if you like, or untucking. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up, pull up out of the waist. Then exhale, palms together, bring the fingers behind the base of the skull, all arms, elbows spread out wide. You can tip back a little further here, a little back bend. Opening up the heart, the shoulders, a little bit of balance, squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, palms reach up. And then exhale, open twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Draw your right hip back. Option to look over that back shoulder. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up. And then exhale, open twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. And breathe, looking over that back shoulder if you want. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up. And exhale, fold over the belly, fingers come down, slide that left heel forward. You can keep the back toes tucked or untucked, up to you. And then draw left hip in line with the right, bending as deeply in the front knee as much as you like, or straightening the leg. Flex toes towards your face. This one's a little fiery in the hip as well, and will help you work towards the splits. Inhale, reach crown of the head forward towards your foot, and exhale, fold. Contract your thigh. Slowly bend into the front knee. Interlace fingers on top of the thigh, and you can press into the thigh pretty hard here. Knee can track further over the ankle, and you'll feel the psoas and the quad on the right leg really opening up. You can even come down 10 fingers and slide that back leg, your right leg further back, being mindful of any pressure on the knee, and then come back up. So feeling how open you are on the right side, you might want more length in the back leg. And slowly press palms around the front foot, tuck the back toes to lift the back knee. Inhale, right hand goes high, draw your heart towards your thigh. And lower the back knee if you'd rather. Just notice the difference here, a little lift or a little drop. But that heart goes towards the thigh, twist. It's a spine twist here. And then option 2, if you'd like, if you haven't lowered the back knee, go ahead and do so. And we'll reach back for the right heel. So first send the right heel towards your glute without your hand. And then reach back with your hand. Draw your foot towards your glute, roll your shoulder back, heart even closer to your thigh. Breathing through it, no hurry. And you might not reach your foot, that's okay. So you can always squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's actually harder to have the heel go to your glute without your hand. We'll all lower without slingshotting. Send your left hand up and over, put your left palm inside the left foot, scoot the left foot out to the edge of your mat for lizard pose. Find a little buoyancy forward and back here. Option to stay on your palms or drop your forearms. Option to tuck the back toes for a more active leg. And hands can always come to blocks. And gently lower the right knee down. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Tuck your toes, press into the ground, hover the knees, send hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedaling into your dog, bending one knee and the other. Micro bend in the elbows if you hyperextend the arms or joints. And it might be a little bend so small that feels huge in your body. Inhaling, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, rise to standing, press palms up overhead, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist with right. Arc over to the right, option to step left leg behind the right, find the bend in the knees, arc further over to the right, and inhale, straighten the legs, step back to center. Reach up, left wrist to right, and arc over to the right. Option to step right leg behind the left, bend in the knees, arc over to the left. Inhale, straighten the legs, step back to center, and exhale, swan dive forward. Plant the palms, step the left leg back, lower the left knee. Framing the front foot, Anjaneyasana. You can keep toes tucked or untucked of the back foot. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up. Pulling up out of the waist. Bring palms together at heart center. Feel your balance here, squeeze your inner thighs. Option to bring hands to your hips, noticing if hips are level or not. And this is a nice place for hands if you feel wobbly. Otherwise, we'll inhale, reach up, bring arms out to the side, palms touch overhead. And then exhale, open twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Draw your left hip back, look over the back shoulder. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up. Exhale, open twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm reaches back. Option to look over that back shoulder, draw the right hip back. Inhale, sweep arms forward and up. And exhale, fold forward. Keep a deep bend in the front knee. Fingertips come down, tented or hands to block. Slide the right heel forward, flex toes towards your face. And notice here, if you want a deep bend in the knee or the leg straight right away, drawing the hips in line. Inhale, reach crown of the head towards the top of your foot. And exhale, fold. Once more, this can be pretty fiery sometimes, so that bend in the knee can help soften. Really observing sensation in the hamstring, the glute, the hip, low back. You'll feel length in the core even, length in the spine. But this does prepare you for a full split. So being really gentle here, not forcing anything. And slowly bending into that front knee. Knee can go past the ankle. We'll come up, interlace fingers over the thigh. Press pretty hard into your thigh. You won't feel any pain in the joint. And if this bottom knee, the grounded knee, feels any tension, you can untuck the toes, put a blanket there, anything cushiony. Notice how the sensation on the left side, the psoas, the quad feels. And if you want to find a little more length in the back leg, lean forward, come down onto the hands, slide that back leg just a little further back, being mindful of your knee, then come right back up. And you can find a little back bend action here, leaning back if you like. And that can also change the sensation. And slowly coming forward, we'll plant the palms. Plant your left palm inside the right foot, tuck your back toes or keep the knee grounded. Inhale, right arm reaches to the sky, heart towards your thigh. And play with both here. See, you might surprise yourself with your strength and just see how it feels in the knee. If the knee's been grounded for a long time, it's nice to have a little bit of lift. You can always come right back down. And slowly lower the left knee down, and we'll reach. You can keep your hand lifted or down. Reach your left heel towards your left glute without your hand. Then reach the right arm back, capture your foot, or don't. You can always just reach, keep squeezing your heel to your butt. And if you capture it in your hand, it's a little easier to pull your heel to your glute. Draw your heart even more forward, little twist here, look over your back shoulder. Feel the quad release, hamstring release. Breathing through it. And slowly, without slingshotting, release your foot if you captured it. Send the palm up overhead, not framing, bring your right hand inside your right foot walks to the edge of your mat. So you might scoot the hand and the foot together, shoulder into the knee, knee into the shoulder. Back knee can be grounded or lifted. Option to stay on hands. Hands can come to blocks or you come down to your forearms. Find a little sway forward and back if you like. And a little sway or cat-cow motion with the knee down is a nice option here as well. You can always find that arc of the spine and then drop the belly and just feel that sensation change. So that would be your lizard cat-cow getting funky. Gently come up onto the palms if you're down on the forearms. Lower the left knee if the knee was lifted, and then step the right knee back to meet the left. Tuck your toes if they're not tucked. Sink hips over the heels, child's pose. Belly over the thighs, walk the hands forward or let them slide forward, forehead comes down. Getting a toe stretch in with our child's pose here. This is an inversion. Your head is below your heart. If you feel any dizziness, you're welcome to bring a prop under your head, keeping your head above your heart. Feel the shoulders releasing, spine nice and long. And then untuck the toes, send the knees wide, sink even deeper, or keep your head propped. Feel the hips open, feel the belly expanding, heavy and soft, all at once. And slowly lift the head and the heart, walk hands towards your knees. We're going to swing the legs out in front of us. You'll bring your left foot out, sole of the right foot to your right inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, twist, fold over the lengthened leg. Notice how far down you go, and then maybe you bend into the knee. Bring your forehead to your knee. Hands can come to your calf or your foot, and then slowly keeping your forehead in contact with your knee, begin to straighten the leg further down, finding your edge, feeling the low back and the hamstring release. You can flex your toes in towards your knee, pressing the heel away from you. Elbows close into the calf, toes towards your face. Option for a really strong grip around your foot, and elbows all the way down to the ground. And if they do go below the calf, gently roll your head slightly into the right, really flexing that heel away from you. Slowly roll on up. Take a little twist over the bent knee. And then slowly, we'll come into a side bend. Left palm to right thigh, reach right arm overhead. Anchor the right hip down. Maybe right hand captures your foot. Maybe you lower your head back down to the knee. And if you capture your foot, draw your heart forward. Maybe you're way up in the air and you just let the arm hang or dangle. Slowly come up, plant the right palm behind the low back, roll forward on the shin, reach the hips up. So press hips up, reach left arm back, feel the length in the psoas, lengthen the core. Exhale, slowly lower down. Once more, inhale, press your hips up, rolling forward on the right shin. Relax your neck. Then exhale, lower down. Bending the right leg long, sole of the left foot to right inner thigh. You can scoot on your mat if you need. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist and fold over the lengthened legs. Once more, you can have a deep bend, soft bend, or no bend in the knee here. Forehead to your knee. Feel that low back, hamstring sensation. Resting your hands at your calves, around the foot, maybe underneath the calves. Palms could be stacked. And then slowly, using the compression of your forehead, inhaling, reach the crown of the head forward. Keeping contact with the knee, you begin to straighten the leg down to the ground. Does not have to be a big movement. Letting each day be progressive. And a check-in with your body. Elbows down to the ground. If they come down right away, flex your heel further away from you. So it's like you're kicking your heel and toes into your face. And pull your chest forward and down. It's okay to round your back here. And you can even bring the top of your head above your knee. And roll the weight a little to the left if you have your elbows down. Slowly inhaling, come up. Take a little twist over the bent knee. Going into our side bend, right palm can stay at the left thigh, reach left arm overhead, arc over to the right. And maybe here you look at your elbow or something in the room, across the room from you, leaning way, way, way to the right. Maybe you capture your foot. Maybe you hang up high in the air. Just anchor that left hip down wherever you are. Really get in there. And slowly coming upright. We'll plant left palm behind low back, right arm reaches up, press the hips forward, rolling over left shin. Drop your head back, feel the length in the psoas, the abdomen, strong lower body. And slowly lower down. Once more, inhale, press your hips up, reach back. And then exhale, lower it down. Send your left leg long, wide-legged forward fold, seated. So option 2, come up a little higher on your hips with a prop underneath you. If you have any low back pain, or if your pelvis tends to tilt forward from sitting a lot of sedentary life, prop underneath you can help with the rotation of the pelvis and a fold. And you can always keep a deep bend in the knees, or put props under your knees, pillows, whatever you use. You can find a little grounding sensation with something under the knees, and that will also be nice to have the same height of a prop if you do that. So if you're improvising, make sure it's the same height. We'll inhale, reach up, and then exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Reaching the arms forward until they come down, fingertips come down. Inhale, send the crown of the head forward, and then exhale, fold. So your hands can come straight in front of you, maybe under your calves or at your heels, maybe at the toes. Find a comfortable place for your hands where you can still bend your elbows and pull your chest forward. Look forward. You'll feel the middle spine stretch. And then exhale, fold. Feeling low back release, hamstrings release. And slowly inhaling, walk your hands in towards your hips. And if you're on a prop, gently remove it from underneath you. And bring the soles of the feet together for a wide diamond. So soles of the feet in front of you, you can have them touching or like 2 fists apart, feeling the sensation in the outer hip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, sliding forearms under your calves, bring palms to the tops of your feet. Weight of your calves will anchor your forearms down. Use your heart to draw forward, roll shoulders back, and then fold down, relax your neck. So you can have a round spine here. You can have a flat spine. Just notice how sensation changes and where the stretch is happening. Coming back to that idea of playfulness, feel free to switch it up. And your chin might come way into the chest and your forehead down. Draw shoulders back, heart forward and down. You can look forward between your toes or past your toes. And slowly roll on up, release your forearms. Draw your heels in towards the hips for butterfly. Hands around the tops of your toes, interlaced or just one palm over the other. Flap your butterfly wings, bounce your knees, lift your heart. A little bit of heat, keeping our hips warm this morning. Getting rid of that stagnant energy. Notice here if there's any pinchy sensation in the inner thigh. Move a little slower if you need to. Feel that out and then speed it up, feeling what speed feels best in your body. Not thinking about it too much, just feeling it out. And slow your bounce to stillness. Inhale, reach up. Then exhale, fold forward. So options, again, you can have your hands around the toes. Maybe elbows come to your knee creases and your hands are around the ankles or the shin. Drawing the knees down to the ground. Feel the inner thigh stretch here. Feel lengthen your spine. You can round the spine or have a flat back, up to you. Maybe you kiss your toes or your toes come to your third eye this morning. A little bit of patience here. patience and process, coming inward, going into your cocoon. And slowly lifting up. Send the left knee in front of you. Right knee stacks over the left knee. Wiggle your feet forward. Gomukhasana. Situate your hips. Hips are level here. There might be a staggered knee or big gap between the knees, just depending on how open the hips are in each side. And you can always soften the angle, sliding your foot down your calf or bringing your feet into a cross-legged position, maybe one foot at the hip crease, or you can slide your shin forward. And so finding the bent knees in front of you, where hips are level and there's no pain in the knee, come to stillness. And a blanket between the gap and the knee can be a nice grounding sensation. Over time, this gap will close. If you feel comfortable here, inhale, reach up. Then exhale, fold forward, belly over the thighs. And maybe your chin comes in front of the knee. Fingers reach forward, press the hips back and down, keeping hips grounded. Elbows might come down. You can also interlace your fingers, relax your head there. And arms can even reach behind you with palms up, chin on the knee, or just above the knee. Inhale, gently come up, switching sides. You can find a little cradle of the top shin in your hand or foot in your elbow crease. Draw your shin into your chest, press your heart forward and up. So you keep an energetic lift, long spine. And then lower the right shin down, left knee stacks on top, find the bend in the knees. And knees might not stack directly, there might be a big gap here. Wiggle your feet forward and back until you find your angle. And if that feels still pinchy or there's any discomfort in the knee, you can slide your shin to the left. Foot can come to your right hip crease or find a cross-legged seat. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, fold forward if you folded on the last side. Relax your neck. Let the hips settle down, keeping hips grounded. Relaxing the belly, feel the belly heavy over the thighs. And slowly play with the arm variation, either reaching even further or bringing your hands behind you, palms up, rolling shoulders back. And then slowly bringing hands just in front of you, press yourself up. Find that cradle of the shin. If you took it on the last side, hand to foot or foot to elbow crease. Shin up in front of your chest. Give it a little side to side sway. And gently lower your foot down. We're going to have both feet together at the top of your mat. Hands forward, knees forward, toes forward. Draw your belly towards your thighs. Feel your sits bones on the ground. And then slowly, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time, like a strand of pearls, coming to your back. Once you make it down, reach arms overhead, point your toes, take a big morning stretch. And roll out your ankles. And gently glide your hands by your hips. Draw your left knee in and then your right knee in. Wrap forearms around your shins. So knees come into your chest, forearms around your shins, hands either at forearms or opposite elbows, shoulders grounded. Feel the compression of your thigh into your belly. Breathe naturally. You can bump your hips up a little bit. Draw your chin into your chest, throat choke sensation, no actual choking. Just breathing with a little bit of compression, full length of the spine here. Slowly release your left leg long and draw the right shin up and out. So outside right rib cage and down towards right shoulder. Flex your left toes towards your face. So your left calf will be touching the ground. Feeling lots of compression here. So maximum strength. Really press that left foot away, but flex toes in towards your face. Right knee towards right shoulder, outside right ribs. Elbows close into the body. And gently guide the right leg a little forward, lower the right foot down, bump your hips to the right. With a bend in the right leg, send the leg up and over for a supine twist. Shoulders are grounded. Option to put a pillow or a block underneath the calf or thigh. You can always straighten the right leg or keep a bend in the knee. Relaxing your hands wherever feels nice to you. Option to gaze over the right shoulder. Feeling this twist from the core. If the shoulders lift, you might send that leg a little back. The twist doesn't have to be anything deep. And slowly rock your head to look to the ceiling. Send the right leg up and over, bump your hips back to center. Send the right leg long, draw the left knee into your chest, wrap forearms around the shin or interlace knuckles underneath the knee, pulling the knee close to the chest and then outside the left rib cage. Flex your right toes towards your face, calf on the ground, elbows close into the body, chin in towards your chest. Left knee even closer to left shoulder. You're pulling and kicking. Slowly draw your left shin to center, lower the left foot down. Bump your hips to the left, stacking left over right. Send the left leg up and over with a bent knee. Option to put something underneath that lifted leg, supporting your twist. Keeping shoulders grounded, relax your hands anywhere that feels good to you. Option to gaze over the left shoulder. Just being and breathing here. And slowly unraveling, draw your head to center. Send the left leg up and over, bump your hips to center. And then draw the right knee in so it meets the left. Let the legs fall out left and right. Windshield wiper the knees side to side a few times, left and right, left and right. And draw both knees in, shut them like a book. Step the feet hip width apart, 2 fists apart, and glide the heels a little closer to your glutes. Relax your hands by your sides. Tilt your pelvis forward and back a few times. Feel the low back seal to the ground. We'll take 3 rounds of bridge. So option to use a prop if you have a block at home or a really sturdy box that you feel can support you. I would also test it out very carefully if you're improvising any props. For supported bridge, a prop is nice. If you have that, just keep it where you can reach it. Palms down by your sides. Inhale, press your hips up, lift up. Little to no weight in your neck. And then if you're using a block, you can put it right under the sacrum, fleshy part, top of your butt, and rest. Welcome to stay here. Keeping the inner thighs squeezing inward, knees and toes stay tracking forward. If knees tend to splay out, you might take a block or a pillow and squeeze the inner thighs to keep them forward. As you feel ready, lower down, or if you're taking the supported variation, feel free to stay through all 3 rounds. If you're lowering down, lower on the exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time. And then lower, once you're lowered down, tilt your pelvis forward, lower the low back, seal it to the mat. So tilt and lower, feeling that nice pelvic movement, nice and steady. When you're ready, inhale, press hips up. An option to explore the arms here, interlace knuckles underneath the glute. Maybe you stay right there, keep squeezing your inner thighs. Maybe you tuck one shoulder under and then the other. Feel the heart lift, press your hips up even higher. Lots of core strength here, lots of back strength. And gently, you'll release one palm and then the other, and lower down 1 vertebrae at a time on an exhale. So moving at your pace here. Tilt your pelvis forward and back a few times. And if you're in your supported variation, just keep breathing, keep doing your thing. And then inhaling, press your hips up for round 3 when you're ready. Option for shoulder therapy, you're going to wash your arms forward and back. So lifting the palms up to the sky, reaching arms behind you, palms will be face up. Exhaling, press palms down. So palms come forward and down, washing the arms forward and back a few times. Keep pressing your hips up, lots of core strength. And then gently lower palms down. As you're ready, lower the spine down, 1 vertebrae at a time. If you are in your supported bridge, you're welcome to come out on your exhale, removing your prop first. We'll let the knees wash side to side. So relax your hands, maybe bring them to your heart or your belly. Knees fall left and right, left and right. Just let them wash it out. And then let the knees land wide, soles of the feet together for a supine butterfly. We'll all bring 1 hand to the heart and 1 to the belly. Feel yourself grounding, hips opening, core relaxing, still lengthen the core. Flutter the eyelids soft or shut. Feel your pulse under your palm. Rise and fall of the chest under one palm, and rise and fall of the belly under the other palm. You're welcome to stay here or take any other shape for your final resting posture. Some nice options are a traditional Shavasana with the legs long and arms long at your sides, with or without props. Maybe a bolster under the back or under the knees. If you want something awakening, you're welcome to take a meditative seat, sitting upright in a comfortable seat. And if you're near a wall or a couch or a chair, you're welcome to take legs up the wall, low back sealed to the ground, full legs, back of the legs against the wall, or bent knees with the calves on top of a chair or couch. Whatever you take, get out your last wiggles. Make any adjustments with props or without props. Feel your body settle and come into your breath. Just breathing naturally. Take a big inhale, biggest inhale you've taken all day. And deep exhale. These next few minutes are yours in silence. My voice will gently guide you out. Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here, resting. If you'd like to move on, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And if it's safe in the position you've chosen, rock your head side to side. Gently making your way to one side, bending in the knees, roll over, using your arm as a pillow or a real pillow. Feel the weight of the body shift heavy into the earth. Blood flowing. Notice sensation in the body, the head space, and the breath. And you're welcome to stay here on your side. Or if you're truly ready to move on, press yourself up with your hands without hurry. Coming to that meditative seat, comfortable seat we began in. Feel your lower body root down. And coming to stillness, if there's any swaying as you sit, you might notice a different lean of your body weight from when we began. Drawing yourself to center. Inhale, press palms overhead, reach up. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. I invite you to reflect on anything you were calling in at the beginning of your practice or any dedication you may have made, and revisiting the offered intention of playfulness. Take a moment and wrapping up our thoughts. Thank you for sharing your practice with me, showing up for yourselves, and may you have a playful, happy Friday. May this energy stay with you through the day and weekend. Together we bow. Namaste.